This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
You know, all I can think of right now with you is History of the World, Part 1, and the Inquisition. What a show, the Inquisition. Here we go. We know you're wishing that we go away, but the Inquisition's here, and it's here to stay. So will you convert? Or are you going to tell me no, 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 no?
Define convert. Tua had a great game. Fabulous performance out there. Define convert.
Are you a believer yet?
Am I a believer in what? That he can produce given the right circumstances? I've already told you.
That
always
he can be
told
a
you that.
franchise quarterback.
Jury's still out.
Okay.
In my book.
Okay, that's fine. Because I'm there. I've been there.
I know that. Let's put it this way. I have a checklist that was one item crossed off.
Yes. That was
without question.
Hell of an item crossed off. It's funny, right? Because he does something that hasn't been done in over 711 times in the last 10 years, right?
It's the whole team. This is where this annoys me. He didn't win the game by himself. You just said he did something that the Dolphins had done something that hadn't been done. Come on, man.
I get that, but when they're losing, it's all on him too.
No, that's not true. And for the record, I don't know. I don't think I was doing this with you at that point, but I was one to very quickly point out the season finale in 2020 at Buffalo when everybody was ragging on him. I pointed out very clearly and in writing and verbally that his receivers were horrible that day, that he basically it was a complete team loss. So no, it wasn't always all on him when they lost. That's just
but I'm not saying you blame on him. You're not really a hater. You're just not a believer. But I'm saying the people that literally are hating all the time and blame him for everything.
I hear you. And I don't get it. I don't get, you know me, I don't get the one extreme and I don't get the other extreme. Why can't it
No, I know. You're not a hater. I know that. No. That I know. You're not a hater. You're just not a believer yet. And I get that. And I can live with that. I can't live with the dude that tells me, oh no, he's a noodle arm, he's lazy, he can't play in this league, he's too like last week, dude. I hate that Tua's honest, because we had people that had never followed football in their lives. Like, what, he can't see over the line? Like, dude, what, you just woke up now to learn about this in football with short quarterbacks? Like, this has been going on for 60 years. What, you learn that now?
Newsflash, he's not 6'4". No, really?
But people acted like this is something new. Like, how could the Dolphins draft a short quarterback that can't see over the line? Well, that's the second time, because Bob Greasy can't see over the line, and neither can Drew Brees, and neither can Joe Montana, and neither can Fran Tarkin, and a shitload of guys that have to use passing lanes. Kyler Murray can't see over the line. He uses passing lanes, and it works just fine for him. But it's just...
It looked like it worked fine yesterday. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
I tweeted that yesterday. I said, I guess the issue of him being too short is not a concern anymore. I mean, yeah, that was ridiculous.
But then those are the people that drive me crazy, the lazy people. You know, he's not tough enough to take Flo's coaching. The guy played for Saban. What is wrong with you? You know, it's just like the things that people come up with, and that's not you. And I love that about you, that you're not that guy that creates all this crap just to go against the kid. You know what I mean? To create some kind of a controversy. And listen, it's more than fair for anybody to say, that was awesome. Now he's got to do it a few more times before I'm convinced. But, you know, it's cool to watch. That's something right there that Justin Herbert hasn't done. And yet he was anointed the second coming already by a lot of people.
Can we not go there with the comparisons? I mean, come on.
I'm just saying.
Let's make this about Tua, and let's not go into comparisons.
No, I know one's a much better quarterback. I get that. We don't need. Why are we going to get into that? I mean, one guy has 4 fourth quarter pick sixes and all losses.
I'll let you one.
The other guy,
the
other guy only has 1 in a win. You know,
it's your day, Big O. I'll let you have it.
That's not, that's not.
But
Let's not
I would
worry
hope,
about
Big O, you know football well enough. You're not going to sit here and tell me that pick six at Kansas City Thursday night was on Herbert. Come on now, come on. Watch the route, and Everett's completely gassed. He's going like this, and he basically runs the route where he has position,
and he should know not to go to the guy. And
he had position. Well, no, maybe he didn't know that the guy was completely gassed, because I think what happens, I don't know, but it looks like Herbert's looking at the sideline to get the play. The sideline's looking at him, and I don't know if nobody saw Everett, but you know what? That's the Chargers and the Chiefs. We should be talking Dolphins here.
No, but
listen, this great win.
Any kind of Herbert crumbling is fine to talk about here on the show. Okay, it's all good. It's all good. When I watch Herbert crumble, there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good. All right. Did you read about the fuck it play?
You have the fastest wide receiver in the NFL, and you have a fuck it play where you go ahead, Tyreek, go deep. I mean,
no, but that's pretty cool that that they.
Yeah, but it's kind of like I don't want to poo-poo on the moment, but like no shit, Sherlock. I mean, if they don't send that guy deep once or twice a game, especially if you're going to play against a crap ass secondary like Baltimore showed yesterday, I think you're doing something wrong. It was a great play and all that at a big moment. But I again, the dude
still
is
ballsy, ballsy to dial it up, still ballsy to throw it and get the job done. I'm just saying but what I like about it is it's not so much that I get what you're saying in the general basis of it, but what I love is the way the connection that McDaniel to the offense, what they're having a little fun with it. You know what I'm saying? But with the name, with the idea of it, the fact that Tua also liked the play, according to Peter King in that article that McDaniel was telling him that he likes that play in a 3rd and 10 and 3rd and 12, those kind of things. So for me, it's all the other stuff of the periphery of that story, not necessarily the basics of that play. Obviously, you've got Tyreek and Waddle. You've got to test every secondary in the world with those guys because they can bust any secondary in the world. So I get that, but just the fact that he calls it that and has it as a scapegoat type of plan there for break glass emergency type situations, I kind of like it. I think it's pretty fun.
I like it too, and it's like, to me, it's again, it boggles my mind. Not even so much that one, that the other one, the 60-yarder, where oops, the Ravens forgot they were supposed to send deep safety help behind their rookie cornerback, and then Hill just basically runs right by him, and the corner's like, okay, go right ahead. But again, and then on the 48-yarder too is like, if it's not there, obviously there's other options in the play, and it would just so happen that, again, Hill is a cheat code, and he got himself very open, very easily on that play as well. And I watched this throughout training camp, and part of me was like, yeah, it's training camp. You don't know what the defense is doing, if whatever. But Hill and Waddle, they were wide open the entire training camp, and in the first 2 games of the season, nobody can cover them.
Yeah, no, you can't cover. You can't, especially Hill. You cannot cover that guy. Yep. There is no way you're staying with that guy. That's one thing I never realized it until we saw it in practice. Like, holy crap. You know what I'm saying? It's like, wow, what's going on here? And did you notice how much Cater played?
Yeah, actually, no, I actually did the my weekly snap count observations, and it was very interesting to me. Like the 3 cornerbacks opposite X, like kind of played the same amount of Cater, Nick Needham, and Keon Crossan, but none of them played like anywhere near a full game. So I don't know. And
I'm surprised how much he's. This is an important game on the road, and he played a lot. And so I was just impressed that they're fearless about giving young people responsibility if they've earned it. You know what I'm saying? Which is pretty cool. You know, that's pretty cool. That's a great message for the locker room. Like, we don't give a shit who you are. If you play, you're going to get on the field. And I was really impressed with that with Cater yesterday, getting that much playing time and watching him out there on the field. I thought that was pretty cool.
No, the kid absolutely flat out can play. Again, he had the one bad play where he grabbed Andrews' jersey, but let's not get he actually played better next on the other side.
You're dealing with a Pro Bowl monster in Mark Andrews, bro. I mean, like some guy was complaining about getting burned by Mark, and I said, dude, that's not a schmuck playing tight end. That's a Pro Bowl tight end. Those people aren't easy to cover. That's why they are what they are. They're going to get some passes, man. It is what it is. And
the other team gets paid too.
What's that?
The other team gets paid too.
Yeah. For you, what else? What stood out for you on the McDaniel front? Because everybody was talking about McDaniel's all fun and games and jokes and all that stuff. Oh yeah. Well, let's see when the crap hits the fan and how his team responds. Well, halftime, the crap couldn't have been bigger on that fan. And my brother, they responded for him, and they responded for themselves too. But I'm just saying, if you were wondering about that, you got an answer, right?
Yeah, kept going and going and going when they had so many opportunities where there were plays that were demoralizing. I mean, the 79-yard run by Lamar Jackson at the end of the third quarter makes it 35-14. And that was like a 3rd and 2, if I remember correctly. So you have a chance to stop them, and whoops, 5 seconds later than the other end zone. Now you're looking at another 21-point deficit. They just keep coming and keep coming. And I love the cojones on the guy. Again, he went forward on 4th and 1 deep in his own territory. It was a 35-yard line, I believe it was, and had Ingold take the snap. Love that. I mean, it's like you're going to make it so much more often than you don't. And this notion of you can't go on 4th and 1 in your own territory. You can't give away possessions in the NFL. You don't.
Right.
And it's going to backfire. Yeah, one time it's going to go forward on 4th and 1 from his 35, and they're going to get stuffed. And it's not the end of the world, because you're going to gain over the course of a season a lot more possessions than giving away a short field like that. So
right. Well, the Ravens gave up a short field on 4th down also when Landon and who else stuffed Lamar?
Trey Flowers.
Yeah, Trey Flowers. And so you gave the Dolphins a short field right there, and those are chances you have to take. And I know you're a draft guy, so I don't know if you watched this game specifically. Did you watch the game?
I saw some of it. Like, oh my Lord, was that depressing to watch? I think I saw most of the first half. It was.
I like Mario, but watching Herbert at Oregon and then watching Herbert in the Chargers, it's two different players. And at times, I thought, as much as I like Mario and I love the discipline and the endless recruiting and the work ethic and all that stuff and in the knowledge of football, it's all there. But he has a conservative quality to him. Mm-hmm. And that's, McDaniel doesn't, he'll take chances. And so I'm looking at one coach in the pros. I'm looking at one coach in college. And if there's one thing that I would suggest to Mario Cristobal is, my brother, you better be a little less conservative, because in this game, like you had a great line. You can't give away possessions. And when you're settling for field goals, we saw that with the late Sperano. That's just not. If you want to set, look at Lamar. Lamar was great front running, and then yesterday you needed to put that team away. You had to put that team away with a touchdown. You put a field goal, and you gave the other quarterback a chance, and he ended your day. You've got to finish drives, and sometimes you're going to have to take chances. And inside that 10, when he was 3rd and 6, and even 4th and 4, I was really disappointed that they didn't put the ball in Van Dyke's hands, because that's your best player. I'm going down with my best player. Your thoughts on that?
No question. I like aggressive coaching, play calling, and all that. And as a quick side note, if you don't love Mike McDaniel's play designs and play calling, something's wrong with you. I mean, he is. Wow. I mean, he is.
After watching the remedial shit I saw last year, and I kept complaining about it, because as you know, I said it was all coaching and talent last year, and that's exactly what it's been. Terrible talent.
In fairness, he's also got what the Dolphins did is they assemble so much speed, it's like crazy, and they can do a lot of things with it, and he is perfect for it. And he's.
But you and I know Flo would have never allowed the front office to do what they did this offseason and spend all that money. Never. He would have never allowed it.
I don't. Anyway, going back to your point,
Yes.
I'm like just short. I'm like Brandon Staley, like last year. He's become kind of a bit of a wuss this year. It's like I don't know if the Chargers owners or the front office got to him and said, "Listen, you need to chill out with the going for on fourth down." I mean, the Chargers had a lot of their success last year because they were so uber aggressive, and that to me, that's how you would need to play in the NFL.
I agree.
And that applies
And
also
college.
And you make the great point. Go down with your best player.
Yeah.
And for UM, your best player is Tyler Van Dyke, no question.
So 2 months ago, when I said the Dolphins are going to be 3-1 in the first 4 games, obviously everybody thought I was a nutbag. I mean,
they still do.
Yeah, I'm a nutbag anyway. So yeah, it really has nothing to do with that statement. But anyway, now it doesn't seem so nutty anymore, right? Because you watch the Bengals lose to the Cowboys, and right now the Bengals are not better than the Miami Dolphins. Period. End of story. Those are the facts. So that looks like a winnable game now. And guess what? This week also, you got a shot. I'm not saying it's winnable like the Bengals, or I knew that they would win against the Ravens and the Patriots. Now, I'm not saying that, but you got a shot now. You got a shot now this week against the Bills. Would you say that now, Mr. Alain Poupart?
Oh, without question. Actually, we were asked to make at the SI Fan Nation Network, we were asked to make a bold prediction before the season started. And before the season started, my bold prediction was the Dolphins were going to end their losing streak against Buffalo in week 3. And nothing I have seen certainly has changed my mind. Remember also, it's going to be a road game coming off of Monday night for the Bills. Right. Okay, that's one. Number 2, based on what I've seen, Buffalo has 2 excellent safeties. Their cornerbacks are like, meh. Have fun with Hill and Waddle.
Yes.
Now, of course, but the difference here with Buffalo is they have a bitch of a pass rush with only their front 4 guys. So,
but
tonight.
Miami has done what pretty well in the first 2 weeks.
Well, they pass blocked outrageously yesterday.
Exactly.
I mean, it was excellent.
So I don't expect them to run the hell on the Bills, but I expect them to give Tua a little time to pass. And so I feel better about that game. That at least the offensive line is going to give Tua some time to make some plays. So that part I do like.
No, and they'll be look, it's not going to be a perfectly clean game. He's going to get some plays where he's going to get pressure. Like yesterday, for example, there was one series where they wouldn't block Justin Houston for some reason. He kept coming in free, but the rest of the game, it was
the Smythe play. You're talking about the Smythe play, right? The Smythe play. Yeah. But that's, I feel bad for Durham because people are killing him, but that's not his norm. So don't treat him that way either. Okay, Durham is not a bad player, not a bad blocker either. Yeah, he screwed up there. It was terrible. I get all of that, but I think Durham's getting a little unfair treatment. That's all I'm saying.
No, for that one play, he gets an F for that one play, but he's still, he's still a solid tight end. No, but outside of that one series, the pass protection was excellent, and which tells you also, did you even notice Greg Little in the game at all?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Tells you the dude did a hell of a job.
And I said this in the pregame. If Greg Little kicks ass in the next 4 weeks, Austin Jackson does not get his job back because he never earned the job in the regular season. This guy would end up earning it even more than Austin under this coaching staff. So this is a really bad this is one of those Wally Pip injuries.
Yeah.
And that's kind of, it could be, I'm saying, a Wally Pip injury. It's up to Greg Little now. But if Greg Little shines, really hard to get him out of there.
No, it would make no sense. I mean, if the offensive line plays the next 3 weeks the way it did yesterday, you roll with what you got. It makes no sense to change anything, Dance with, what is that? Dance with what brung you or something, whatever this.
Yeah. Go with the partner that brought you to the dance or whatever.
Or something like, man, we are
I don't know.
That saying.
Somebody will correct us there. All right. So So did you have the prediction before the season they would be 1-3 in the first 4 games and Buffalo would be the only win, or did you have them winning a couple of the other games in the first 4? Just out of curiosity.
I don't think I ever wrote that. I was thinking they'd probably be 2-2, to be honest with you.
Damn. So your eyes, they're going to be 4-0.
Well, let's not assume that the Bengals are going to be like that the entire season. Right now, they can't figure out how to block Burrow, and he's shell shocked back there.
Bro,
that's causing problems.
What was it yesterday?
7 sacks yesterday or something?
8 or 7 sacks, I think. I took the notes. Where is it? Here. 6 sacks.
Okay.
6 sacks by the Cowboys. That's a lot of hitting, dude. And the Dolphins can attack you in many, many ways.
Well, they didn't yesterday with the pass rush. It didn't. That's one part of the game
that's a dangerous dude. So it's a little different because if you just leave a gap and you miss him, he's gone. And that's not going to be Joe Burrow. So you can attack him a little bit more because he's more of a statue back there. That's all. That's why. That's the only reason.
Big difference, though, also is that the Bengals have great wide receivers, and Burrow's not going to kill you by beating the blitz with his feet. He can kill you by beating the blitz with quick passes to either Chase, Higgins, or Tyler Boyd.
Amen.
That's the concern there.
Amen. All right. Any other note you want to leave us with in the game that we didn't mention? Gesicki? That was nice.
Hell of a catch. I saw some people saying.
And by the way, great throw by Tua.
That was a good because
people don't. He's past the 20-yard line, I believe, and he sails that baby right over into that end zone to the spot where only Gesicki can jump. The dead ass accuracy you have to put it where he put it is magical, bro. I don't think people, when Tyreek was telling you this, he wasn't lying. There's a gift to ball placement. And go look at that throw again. That's not a guy just throwing it up. He threw it exactly where he wanted to go, and he knew that Gesicki had the hops and the only one that was going to be able to get that ball. It's a really nice throw. It was an amazing catch.
Oh,
but I was happy.
It was without question his best throw of the game. There were like the 2 ones to Hill was like, dude's wide open. I mean, it's 180 yards right there on 2 throws.
Well, wait a minute. He has the fuzziness in the first half with the 2 interceptions, right? But in the second half, he completes a pass that's in between 4 guys, and to me that was a hell of a pass. And then, but not only was it a hell of a pass, what I was more impressed with is he is fearless. He'll make mistakes, whatever, but it's not going to put him into a shell that he's not going to try to do it again. We've seen those quarterbacks that become gun shy, that get nervous. We've seen all different kinds here over the years. That's one thing I do like about Tua. He'll make his mistakes, but he is fearless about it because he's going to continue to attack you. And he's going to try to thread stuff and sometimes in really difficult situations. But that's what these kind of quarterbacks do. They have that feeling that they can thread it in there. He just has to measure his talent with the game speed of the NFL. Once he has that synced in, that's how he completes those kind of plays.
Well, anyway, as I was saying, to me, the Gesicki
you don't think that was a hell of a throw at all?
If you let me finish, I would say that was his best throw of the game easily. That's what I was going to say.
The one between the 4 guys.
No, I have no idea which throw you're talking about between the 4 guys. I don't recall any throws between 4 guys. Please enlighten me. Who was it to?
Jesus. All right. We'll just bring it up for you. That's all.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll bring it up because we have it. I tweeted it out because I was impressed with it because the kid's just got balls and he's fearless, and I think it's just a really cool thing that comes with him. Is this it right here? No, that's not the one. That's somebody. Oh, here it is. Okay, here it be. And let's share. Here we go. And boom. And there you go.
That's the wrong team. That's not a great.
Oh no, that's my. Oh, that's the one I was making fun. That's the one I was making fun of people that there's Aaron Rodgers throwing a short one. My bad. Yeah, because only Tua throws, passes that fall short. Aaron Rodgers would never do anything like that. I mean, give me a break. Where the hell is this thing? Sean, help me out. Oh, did I get it right here? There we go. Is this? Yes, this is it right here. Now I have it. Oh, it switched right. Oh, it stayed with me, huh? Boom. See? Sorry. There you go.
Dude, he's throwing between two defenders in front of the guy.
There's four people there.
He's got a bracket. Sorry. I mean, you want me to tell you that?
There's four people there.
Dude, that's an easy completion over the middle.
How is that an easy completion over a linebacker?
It's not over a linebacker. He's got corner. It's not over anybody. Why are we not saying the same? It's not over anybody. Oh my God!
What I'm saying is, that's a hell of a throw. You're still got to weave it in.
And I'm saying it's completely pitch and catch. No, there's nothing special about. Sorry, the Gesicki throw was a great throw. The game-winning touchdown
of course,
was a really nice throw on the move and away from the defender. That's like. He's got a cushion. He's got four guys around him.
That's third and 2, and he's throwing in between four dudes.
There's nobody close to Hill there. They're all like around him.
The second he catches it, they get all over his ass. You guys,
but it's an easy. That window
closed in a half a second.
My God, it's an easy throw. I'm sorry.
Well, no, it is an easy throw for great quarterbacks. You are correct. Yeah, you're right about that.
28 quarterbacks in the NFL make that throw. Come on.
Except for Justin Herbert, because late in the game,
of course,
throwing an interception.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. Justin Herbert.
He sucks. It completely sucks. It's amazing.
I don't know. I heard that there's an EMT constantly on the sidelines with Justin Herbert because there's always choking incidents. So they constantly need the EMTs right there. I don't know. That's what I heard. That's,
yeah, I guess you didn't watch
everybody, even the head coach.
Last game of the regular season last year, because that meant that was a
the head coach is trained in the Heimlich. In fact, I was told that nobody in the Chargers organization can be hired without knowing the Heimlich maneuver. If you do not know the Heimlich maneuver, you cannot be in the Chargers organization because you've got to be around Justin Herbert constantly, and he's constantly choking. So it's one of those things you got to go save the kid. So I'm just saying. So that job that you were thinking about working for Chargers.com, do you know the Heimlich maneuver?
On this day, I won't even argue with you. Yeah, I think you know pretty well how ridiculous your comments are, but I won't even argue.
But you're smiling, you're entertained, and that's
funny. It's funny. Yeah, it's funny.
That's all that matters. All that matters. Tell them about alldolphins.com and how every Dolphin fan in the world is not a Dolphin fan if they're not subscribed to alldolphins.com.
Just what Big O just said. And then you look at the Twitter handle right there.
Poupart NFL.
So there you go. It's in addition to just taking a quick trip to the website, alldolphins.com. Get on Twitter. I link my stories off of Twitter. So and then tonight I'm going to be calling out for questions for the day after the post Ravens game mailbag.
Send in those mailbags right there, baby. Send in the bags. They're not as big as Tua's bags, but hey, they're bags. Follow him on Twitter at Poupart NFL. Alain, we love you. We'll catch up to you next week. Learn the Heimlich.
We're not doing it again Thursday? What's the deal here?
Oh, yeah. Well,
getting me off to once a week here?
What did I say? Didn't I say later in the week?
I said next week.
No, later in the week. I'm sorry.
Oh, later in the week.
Much love. There you go. Alain Poupart and our EJDConstruction.com Miami Dolphins report. Hour number 3 is next. Get your fantasy football questions in right now. Andy Barons and our Sports Grill Fantasy Football Zone is next.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.